Okay, so next up we have some announcements. Dr. Nicole Spiegel and Dr. Dana Kelly will be telling us about the International Rangeland Congress and International Year of Rangelands and Pastoralists.
I might just take this opportunity to quickly follow on from something that came up at this morning's ARS general meeting, and can everyone just stand up? Just want to do a count here. So of everyone who's standing up, can you, if you are a practitioner, so someone who's a grazier or does on-ground ground management as a grazier or land owner, can you please stay standing? Everyone else, can you sit down? I don't know if there's someone there who can do a quick count, but we've got some really important members here. We're all important members, and we want to boost the members of the Australian Rangeland Society and have a good mix of researchers, scientists, but also our practitioners. So thank you, practitioners, for being here, and spread the word. Maybe your neighbours, or maybe you know 5 other people that would be interested to join the ARS. So, yep, I'll leave it at that. Thank you. As the current co-chair of the Australian Organising Committee of the 12th International Rangeland Congress, I will use this speaking spot to convince you why you should be attending the IRC 2025. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of lands and waters here in Broome, the Yawuru people. On behalf of the Australian Rangeland Society and the International Rangeland Congress Continuing Committee, I welcome you all to participate in the next IRC to be held June 2nd to 6th, 2025 at the Adelaide Convention Centre, land of the Kaurna people. This will be the 3rd time Australia has hosted an IRC, and we welcome your attendance and support to complement the sponsorship we'll receive from the South Australian Government, Business Events Adelaide, and other sponsors who are starting to come on board. The theme of the Congress is Working Together for Our Global Rangelands Future. The program subcommittee has identified 7 broad themes to capture different aspects of rangelands and pastoral systems, such as social and economic, as well as ecology and culture. Many of the topics covered this week will feed into these themes, such as incorporating traditional knowledge for more enduring rangeland outcomes, information systems, communication, and big data to aid monitoring and decision-making, and managing risk such as unplanned fires. The weekend leading up to the Congress will include workshops, and the week in Adelaide will include 4 days of Congress sessions, with Wednesday designated for mid-Congress tours. There will be plenty of opportunity to learn from global experts, both scientists and practitioners, make new career connections and networks, and meet people such as Mongolians and Sudanese and Africans and Tunisians. There will be the IRC business meeting and resolutions, and the celebration of the Australian Rangeland Society's 50th anniversary. And we all know how much value there is in pre-Congress tours when it comes to networking, sharing, learning, connecting with people and country, and making new friends. The IRC 2025 tours being planned include exciting options across Australia, from capital cities to Adelaide to regional centres to Adelaide. The International Delegate Subcommittee has set an ambitious target to support the attendance of 100 overseas delegates from low and middle income countries. Sponsorship received from overseas partners will go towards supporting this aspiration. The IRC 2025 is also a lead-up to the IYRP 2026, of which Dana Kelly will tell you all about shortly. And also, we need you. and not only for your support, attendance and knowledge and learnings you can share on an international platform, our Publications Subcommittee is looking for additional support to assist the reviewing of paper and abstract submissions. We also have other subcommittees looking for additional support, or that you may be interested in getting involved in, such as the Thurs Subcommittee, the International Liaison Subcommittee, and our Indigenous Oversight Subcommittee. These are all voluntary positions, and for the next gen, offer growth opportunities. So please spread the word and visit the IRC 2025 website. Here you can register your interest to attend, to be a sponsor, to have a trade display, to run a workshop. You can even have your say. There is a survey on the website to capture your feedback and interest for the IRC 2025. A third announcement will be coming, due to be released end of October, to provide more details on the program and pre-Congress tours. You can also speak with me here today or tonight, or with our other organising committee members that are here, including Sarah McDonald, Don Burnside, David Phelps, Peter Conradi and Alex Baumba. So hopefully I have convinced you to attend the 12th International Rangeland Congress in Adelaide in 2025, Australia's third IRC, where we can come together, journey through diverse Australian rangelands whilst gaining greater perspective from international delegates to further address the contemporary challenges and opportunities facing the global rangelands and its communities. In short, see you in Adelaide in 2025, where we can be working together for our global rangelands future.
Okay, thanks. Okay, right, we'll settle there. Good morning, everybody. This slide is just to say that both the terms rangelands and pastoralists, which are the key words in the year, the International Year for 2026, are confusing to many people, probably most people outside of this room. Rangelands, I think we all understand, and here are some of the many terms that are used for rangelands around the world. I think pastoralism is a little bit more problematic term and a little more confusing, because really what we want to do in the International Year is include everybody who lives in the rangelands, not just the pastoralists, but all of the other land managers. And we've heard from many Indigenous land managers doing amazing things in this week. So the International Year around the world has a focus on on Indigenous peoples, and many of them are pastoralists. So it's very appropriate to include all of the Indigenous, the First Nations peoples here in Australia. And here they manage much of our rangelands, so we definitely need to include them. A very brief history of the area, and this is the aims of what we hope to achieve in the International Year. It's really about celebrating the stories and raising the profile of the good things that we're doing in rangelands. It's about promoting a better understanding of the value of rangelands, which hopefully, if we can get our urban cousins on board, hopefully will lead us to improve policies within government. Previous international years have shown that we can get much greater investment in the area of the International Year. And I think if you think about the International Year of Soils, which was many years ago, we now have soils as an accepted platform within government for funding as well. So some of the things that are happening around the world is that we have 8 working groups, which are very much about influencing policy and collating research that's been done. And there's a list of them there. Some of those topics have certainly been covered in this Congress. They're open to researchers around the world. So if any of you have an interest in partaking in one of these groups, please come and have a chat to me. We also have 11 regional groups, and there they are, the list of groups around the world. So we have the Arctic, we have Australasia, there's 3 regions in Asia itself, which includes Mongolia, 3 African regions, Europe, the Middle East, and North and South America. And I'm actually the chair, as has been said, of the Australasian group. So the benefits for Australia, we've heard of many innovative activities, many great projects that are happening here at this Congress. We can show those to the world, but we can also show many of these innovations and exciting projects to other producers around Australia, to our city neighbours, and also to politicians, of course. So Australia has world-leading carbon management processes. We have First Nations knowledge about cultural burning that's already being exported and talked about around the world. We have many different ways that we've heard about for using drones for land assessment. So we can export our skills and our knowledge, and this is a platform to be able to highlight those things. Australian rural people are amongst the most innovative and entrepreneurial in the world. So there's also economic exports from other things like products and industries. In Australia, we've got over 10 million hectares of certified organic beef rangelands production. And there's many new rangelands industries, including native bush spices and bush foods. So what are we going to do in the International Year? Much of the International Year will be about raising awareness through the media, through social media and other media channels. But we will also have 12 monthly themes to guide our activities during the months of the year. And these are international themes. So this will mean many of the activities that we'll run during those months will be co-badged with other organisations. So we need collaboration from many organisations around Australia, and we have some already. So we'll be co-badging activities which will include field days, workshops, meetings, and maybe even a conference in that year. So I also have a call to action, but ours is for 2026, the year after the International Congress. So currently we're forming state-based groups around Australia and in New Zealand. And many of you will know Debbie Dowden from Challa Station, who's actually the chair of the Western Australian group. And they're already up and running and are doing some planning about what's going to happen. I know that the 7 producers, I think 24 of land managers stood up this morning when Nicole asked for that call. So please come and talk to me if you haven't already, because we're very keen to showcase your stories and to get you involved in the International Year. So it's about celebrating the activities that land managers are doing around the world. And there's a website down the bottom there about where you can find more information about the International Year of Rangelands and Pastoralists, about the International Year of Rangelands and its people, and my email address if you'd like to contact me. Thank you.
Questions? Well, these lovely ladies will be around at morning tea, so you can follow up if you have any more things to ask, since there doesn't seem to be any burning questions right now. Thank you very much, Dana and Nicole. So before we head off, just letting you know we still have 2 pretty exciting concurrent sessions lined up. The last one's Managing and Measuring Grazing Impact and From the Sky. How to choose. I've had that problem all conference. But the good news is that the talks that you've missed eventually will be up available on the web, and we'll be able to watch because they've all been videoed. So I think I'll probably try and do that. Stay with us for the final reflections from our former President Dione Walsh and her youth offsider Jaden Eastoff between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. after lunch. And just reminding you, the conference dinner will kick off at 5:30 p.m. Buses leaving from the hotels, etc. at 5 p.m. Check the schedule on your conference app. Because we're running a little bit late, we will get back together at 10:50 for the next session. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to all the speakers.